Good morning, evening, afternoon, whenever you may be listening. Welcome back to another episode of the Dear John podcast. I'm your host, John Moody, podcasting from a walk-in closet in Atwater Village. Welcome back, y'all. Thanks for tuning back in again. It's been a week. Like I said, I try to do this every week. And for those of you who may be new, this is my podcast where you get dating and relationship advice from a lifelong bachelor and possible commitment phobe. Why the hell not? Anyway, it's been a cool week. We just got past the Super Bowl. I'm happy with the results of that. And yes, I did watch the Super Bowl. I know a lot of folks have been boycotting the NFL, but I decided I was going to hang out with some friends that I don't see much and have some good food, have some drinks, and just enjoy that time for what it was. Me watching or not, nobody was going to know. It's not like I was going to buy a Super Bowl ticket or anything like that. But what's really been going on is, man, this flu has really been getting a lot of people down. I got a couple friends that are really suffering with it. I thought I was going to come down with it at one point, but I started pounding like that emergency and getting vitamin C. I don't know if any of that works. I mean, people swear by it and say, yeah, you got to have such amount of vitamin C or this. And, that could very well work. I'm talking about the stuff you get out the stores. I do it. Usually it doesn't work, but this time I was getting scratchy throat and sniffles and things like that, sneezing, and after about 3-4 days of doing the emergency, I don't have it. So y'all be careful out there. It's not the time to be going out doing a lot of socializing, especially in places where there are going to be a lot of people, because folks like to cough and hack. I mean, I wouldn't be in a Starbucks right about now because people do not believe in covering their mouths, and what we need are more people in the world that is just going to, tell people, yo, that's nasty, cover your damn mouth. And there's not enough people who would just tell folks they need to cover their mouth. I hate to see people like they'll even turn around and sneeze, man. Those droplets go everywhere. So I just do my best not to be in public places or be around a lot of people. So y'all do what you can. If you get a flu shot, get the flu shot. If not, just be extra careful, wash your hands, keep your sanitizer, and stay away from folks, and don't lick your hands after shaking hands with people or touching elevator or escalator railings and things, pushing buttons and stuff like that. You got to be extra vigilant. Anyway, y'all didn't come here for all that. Y'all here to get my dating and relationship advice. So let's get that for y'all. Okay, so again, kind of short on emails this week, and the only way you can get email to me, unless you're going to call me and ask me a question, and nobody's really doing that. Again, the email address is dearjohnpodcast@gmail.com. Send your emails, and I would say I'll try to get to them. I have no choice because I don't get many. A lot of y'all enjoying the show, but maybe this is a sign that people aren't having dating or relationship problems. Hell, maybe y'all don't trust my ass to give you dating and relationship advice, for which I can't blame you. But for those that do, or if you want to laugh, come on and send me your problem or your issue at dearjohnpodcast@gmail.com. Let's get to the first email and open it up. Okay. This one says, Dear John, how do you think dating will change in the Me Too era? Okay, I've talked about this before, but it's a serious enough issue to mention again. Before we get serious, let me say this. If you ain't doing foul shit, dating shouldn't change much for you. I mean, at this point, you really have to be told not to date rape. Your problems go a lot further than I can help you if I have to tell you not to date rape. If I have to tell you not to slip something in somebody's drink, if I have to tell you not to grab a booty or an areola or something like that, just don't do it and you'll be okay. It's just kind of, it's funny to me, but not really funny when dudes say, well, you just can't even speak to women anymore. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Just do it without, like I said, touching an ass cheek or an areola. Like I said, I already covered this, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. But again, approach a woman the way you hoped your father approached your mother, and that should keep you out of trouble. All right, let's go to the second email. Dear John, have you ever dated a woman who was smarter or made more money than you? How did you deal with that? Look, I've spent most of my time in LA looking for acting work, and I've dated both. And at times, they were smarter and made more money than me. There's a difference between a woman making more money than you and a woman taking care of you. So if a woman makes more money than you, that doesn't mean you still can't be a man and be a man about yours and treat her like a lady. If you're old fashioned, you can still do stuff. Just because she makes more money doesn't mean that, you just get to, lay back in the cut and not bring anything to the table. There's still a lot you can do. So don't let that discourage you, and it really shouldn't intimidate you. As far as women being smarter, I mean, that really shouldn't be a thing. And listen, a lot of them are smarter than us. Okay, a lot of them are smarter. And if they make more money, they probably are smarter for not dating your ass. But no, let me stop. Because I really don't want to get down on cats that may be having a hard time, may not have their paper game up where it's going to be, just need a little time or whatever. But listen, I think at this point, honestly, if you think there's something abnormal or wrong with a woman being smarter than you, then you deserve a woman who ain't that smart. That's exactly what you should get. You probably need a woman who reads on a third grade level and breathes with her mouth open so that you'll feel better about being challenged by Scooby-Doo mysteries because you can't figure them damn things out. So, yeah, man, if you're just going to be a Neanderthal, go ahead and good luck with that. I don't know. Again, it shouldn't be that big of a deal. And like I said, I've dated women who were smarter than me, who made, and some of them were both. They were smarter and made more money. It made me wonder what the hell I was good for. But hell, obviously there's something about you if somebody gonna hang out with you and you're broke and you're a dullard. I mean, compared to them. So anyway, try not to stress out about it. I mean, believe me, you really don't want someone who's not smart. You don't want that. It's a blessing to get someone who's smarter than you, unless they're like evil and manipulate you. Woman's smarter than you and she knows how to cheat on you and get you for all your dough and all other kind of stuff. But then you got an evil woman. So anyway, don't let that bother you or intimidate you, because a lot of women out there doing their thing and they are making money. They're bringing in paper now. Like I said, just don't try to lay up on them and use them. That's not cool. And if they're smarter, hell, maybe she can help bring you up, help you get to the next level, lend you a couple books or something. Okay, let's get to this next email. All right, dear John, my girlfriend is a Patriots fan. She says I have until the end of, this is going to be Wednesday, but she says I have until the end of Monday to rub it in. Would it be wrong for me to keep going after that? Well, I think this depends on if you live together. If you live with her, she's exposed to more of you, which means she's got to see you more often. And I think you should absolutely take advantage of that and tease her for the remainder of the off season, tease her for the preseason, all of the next season, because you know what? She's a Patriots fan. She's a Patriots fan. That alone is reason enough for you to leave her ass. Okay, I mean, the only reason to stay with a Patriots fan is when they lose the Super Bowl or get knocked out of the playoffs. Now, okay, I can hear some of y'all right now calling me a hater, and it's true. I openly and freely hate the Patriots. Folks, you shouldn't hate on something that does its job as well and efficiently as the Patriots, because they're a great team and it's greatness. And you shouldn't hate on greatness. You should admire it and strive for it for yourself, because it's doing its job well and it's efficient. And you know what? You know what else does its job well and efficiently? Flesh-eating bacteria. And don't nobody admire flesh-eating bacteria. Don't nobody visit somebody in the hospital and tell them, hey, I'm sorry you're missing half your face, but damn, I really admire how well and efficiently that flesh-eating bacteria tore off half your face. And nobody says, man, you know how long flesh-eating bacteria has been winning? I'm impressed. Nobody says that shit. You ain't got to like the Patriots. I don't. Now, let me get back to the dating advice. That's what y'all here for, not my hatred of Patriots. Look, Tease her every chance you get. If I were you, for Valentine's Day, I'd buy her a bunch of green and white roses to remind her ass of the Eagles. And I'd buy her a chain and tell her, that's just not a regular heart. That's an Eagles heart. I would do shit. I'd write poems and sing songs, and I'd make sure they talk about the Eagles. I'd have lines saying stuff like, "My heart sings, your love lifts me." Wait, how would I do that? "My heart sings because your love lifts me like their eagle's wings." Or I say something like, "Your love makes me feel regal. When we're together, I soar like an eagle." Something just stupid like, look, man, don't have no mercy. She's a Patriots fan. Rooting for a Patriots fan is like rooting for infant dandruff. Okay, it's like rooting for, if there's a such thing as infant dandruff, rooting for that would be like rooting for a Patriots fan. I mean, it's not life threatening. It's irritating, and it's also downright wrong, just like Patriots fans. And man, don't let her forget. One more thing. It's a scientific fact that all Patriots fans die of halitosis and STDs. The curable STDs, all right, it's the curable STDs they die from, but they still die from them. All right. I am so glad the Patriots lost. I mean, this, and I almost feel guilty because my life shouldn't be better by somebody else's defeat. I can see if my team won, and I even kind of feel foolish about being that much into somebody else's victory. I'm a grown ass man. I'm watching people half my age achieve Super Bowl victories, and I'm gonna be happy about that. That don't change my life. I feel silly about that, but feeling good about the Patriots losing, as evil, as hateful, as petty as that is, you know what? That's my flaw. Okay, that's my flaw right there. Okay, let's move on. Next email. Dear John, how do I avoid doing something for my girlfriend on Valentine's Day? I think the day is bullshit. No, he says, I think the day is another bullshit money grab for corporate America, and where did it come from anyway? All right, look, if you are totally against Valentine's Day, you don't want to do anything for your girlfriend. I don't know how long she's been with you. I don't know how good of a woman she is to you. She could be great. But my advice to those of you who look, you got 7 days. All right? Valentine's Day is in 7 days. So you got 7 days to get your ass down to an emergency room, into an elementary school, a lunchroom, or into some public transportation, wherever there's going to be people who are going to be sick and coughing and spreading germs. You got 7 days to contract the flu, so you ain't got to do shit for Valentine's Day. All right? Y'all, this is amateur hour here. You got to know how to get out of doing something for Valentine's Day. And whether it's because you just hate Valentine's Day, or because you got too many booze and you can't decide which one to spend the day with, and if you do something, one gonna put stuff up on social media, so you can't do nothing with nobody, go get the flu. Okay, this is the best year to do that because it's worse than it's been in a long time. I was just talking about that earlier. Get your ass the flu. I mean, you'll be miserable for a few days, but at the end of it, you'll still have your boo or booze. All right, and ladies too, because sometimes women don't want to do shit for Valentine's Day. Some especially the women who I was talking about, they might be the ones making more money, and they're gonna have to pick up the dinner check. So get your ass the flu too. Be taking care of somebody on Valentine's Day. Anyway, the second part said, I think the day is another bullshit money grab for corporate America. Now that sounds cheap, and that ain't gonna win you any points anywhere. So if you're trying to avoid this just because you don't want to spend any money, that ain't really cool. I don't think that's right. But you did ask, where did it come from anyway? So it's time for us to go to the internets and look up the origin of Valentine's Day. Okay. This says, this is a good one right here. The dark origins of Valentine's Day. Okay, let me just read part of this here. Valentine's Day is a time to celebrate romance and love, kissy, face, feely all day. But the origins of this festival of candy and cupids are actually dark, bloody, and a bit muddled. Really? Okay. From February 13th to 15th, the Romans celebrated the feast of Lupercalia. The men sacrificed a goat and a dog, then whipped women with the hides of the animals they had just slain. Yo, I'm not making this shit up. Okay. So back in Rome, apparently, and this wasn't one day. This was a few days. From February 13th to 15th, they celebrated the feast of Lupercalia by sacrificing the goat. You're going to kill a goat, then the dog. Hopefully it ain't the family dog. Then beat women. I mean, you got animal cruelty. You got misogyny going on for days. And this is some shit we celebrate. This right here should cancel out Valentine's Day. You talk about hashtag me too. Damn, you got goats, dogs, and women getting abused behind this. So yeah, that's not cool. Then here's another one that says the ancient Romans may also be responsible for the name of our modern day of love. Emperor Claudius II executed 2 men, both named Valentine, on February 14th of different years in the 3rd century AD. Their martyrdom was honored by the Catholic Church, which is the celebration of St. Patrick's. So now you got animal cruelty, misogyny, and murder. Well, executions, okay, which is still a form of murder. So there is really no reason to be celebrating this. And that's another way out, by the way, I forgot. If you're dating somebody who's a religion, you can always hit them with, well, this is a pagan holiday, and, we shouldn't be celebrating this because, it goes back to paganism, and so, we shouldn't be this. So, there's another good excuse right there. But I think I came up with the best one. Valentine's Day started behind some bullshit. And I'm looking at a picture here. Wow. I mean, it's not a real picture because they didn't have cameras back then, but it was a painting of what was going on. And this woman she's getting fondled. There's a dead dog, and there's another woman being hit with shit. This is just evil, y'all. So yeah, maybe we need to ixnay on Valentine's a day. I don't know. I don't speak pig Latin no more. Anyway, there's your excuse right there. That's your get out of jail free card for forever. Let's spread this around. This is horrible. Anyway, y'all, that's gonna be it for this episode. See y'all next week. And again, be careful. Yeah, I'm telling y'all, that flu is no joke. So, be careful. If you're back east, y'all be careful out there in the cold air and everything like that, even though they say it doesn't really come from cold air. I don't know. But just be careful. If you ride into public transportation, do not wipe your eyes and your ears and stuff like that. It's a really nasty flu. All right, y'all. With that one, I'm going to sign off out of here and catch y'all later. Again, if you have any dating questions, if you want some advice, hit me at dearjohnpodcast@gmail.com. And of course, I'm on Facebook. I don't post as much as I used to, but I still put stuff up a couple times a week. You can catch me there. The Twitter at John B. Moody. And of course, Instagram, which I gotta get my Instagram game up. I don't really go on there much, but that's JB Moody 716 on Instagram. All right, y'all, it's been fun. Had a good time. Hope you had one too. Catch y'all later.
Yeah, bodies, big bag of bottoms, bump for you boys on the block.